Ready? Here we go! Pull! Pull! Tail the sheet! Knox, tail the sheet! We had just set off from the gorgeous Bay of San Carlos, where we rode out some of the most severe weather we've ever seen on anchor as Hurricane K passed us to the west. We were one of the lucky ones that managed to emerge unscathed, and now that some of the swell and rough conditions that followed in its wake had subsided, we are ready to continue our journey north. Today we had our bow pointed towards the Bay of LA, where we could leave all the stress of the hurricane behind us and get back to what we love most about sailing.
Runny legs? Run, run, run! Oh, did you see the ocean, Sierra? The ocean is so big and blue. Yeah, there's big waves coming from the bow. Because we're moving forward really fast. 7 knots. Yeah, we're going there. It's gonna take us 24 hours. But when we get there, it's gonna be a beach, and we're gonna be able to swim. Yes! Yes, tomorrow we're gonna swim! Not right now, I know tomorrow! Yay! Look, it's a bird, Sierra! What is he doing up there? A free passenger. We scared him!
Mommy?
It was a pleasant, uneventful afternoon. The wind had dropped off, and we were motoring along with the perfect amount of sunshine and gentle rocking for optimal napping conditions. And then, out of nowhere, something monumental happened that left us absolutely flabbergasted.
We have a historical moment on our hands.
Moments?
This has never happened before. So Sierra stopped taking her afternoon nap 2 weeks ago, something like that. This is the first time ever since she was an infant she has fallen asleep outside her tent. You know where the spot she shows me? It's big.
Okay, She's crashed on the floor. Talk about smooth. What is she holding on to? Is that yarn? String?
I have no idea.
Let's just leave her. Let's go enjoy. Let's go crazy. Let's have a adult party.
It turns out that our version of an adult party in the middle of the ocean isn't that exciting. Brian's highlight was this tasty quesadilla that I made for him, and for me it was this moment. Just staring out into the perfect glassy ocean around us. A time to be present in the moment and soak in the peace and beauty of the nothingness around us.
Azza, look behind you.
What?
Look at that.
I don't know if I've ever seen it so big and orange. That's incredible. It must be full moon tonight.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh?
What?
This camera gets so much light. It's wild. Looks like a sunrise now.
Wow, I've seen quite a few sunsets out here in
don't know, there's something special about this one. It's just so calm. The boat has been so flat all night. We got the moon, and then right now the sun's just coming up, and the colors in the sky are just incredible. It's so peaceful out here. It's actually cool. I had to put a shirt on. It's hard to believe. I haven't felt the chill in a while. There are some ripping currents through here. There's whirlpools. I haven't seen that since I was in the Pacific Northwest. Look at that. We've got 3 knots of current against us right now. So there's a lot of water moving through here. We'll be getting pushed all over the place. Wow, that's wild, huh, Kaz? So where we were, the tides were like just over a meter. So about 3 feet. Here they're it's doubled, and when we get to the top of the Sea of Cortez, I think it can be up to like 24 feet.
What?
Like, what is that, 7 meters or something?
That's wild.
Yeah. Wow, this place looks spectacular though.
So different.
Every anchorage is a little different here, huh?
Yeah.
We were arriving into an anchorage called Puerto Don Juan, which is a well-known hurricane hole, and for good reason. The 750-foot-tall hills offer fantastic wind protection, and the 2 sharp turns in the channel leading into the inner anchorage blocks the swell and waves from entering completely. We'd gotten word on the radio about some forecasted Elefante winds, an occurrence that creates blasting westerlies as the cool air from the Pacific Ocean rushes across the peninsula and through the low valleys and arroyos to the warmer Sea of Cortez. So this would be the perfect spot to ride the night out, plus the view wasn't that bad either. The anchorage has a really cool rocky spit right through the middle, so that afternoon we decided to do a bit of rearranging and make the ultimate bonfire setup.
We're gonna put Delos stern tied to this little rock sandbar here and have a little beach fire with our friends.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun.
It's a pretty chill. We haven't had any wind in here.
No, it's been super calm. Okay, guys. So they're gonna set the stern hook on the other side.
Pull, pull.
So I'm gonna go push the stern around.
Yeah. So Brian is pushing from that way, and Bill and Gary's pulling from this way. We're definitely coming around though.
Look at that. These two.
So they set it on the other side of that hill there. Now we're just pulling tight.
This place is sweet. I like it.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful view.
Kinda
There's
crazy.
no crazy biting insects so far that we've discovered.
Oh, hey! That's pretty cool, huh? Yeah, ta-da! I know! We have like friends, and we're gonna eat some chicken, burgers. It's really cool. I love this spot. It's really nice. Dallas looks so pretty too.
I'm training her to get beers, Brian. You'll thank me later.
I trained her to carry Kaz's wine earlier.
We're teaching the important life lessons.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
This is really good. So good, Brian. Thank you.
Wow, I don't think I've ever had such a fluffy.
Wow.
Traditional marshmallows.
Look at that.
My dad taught me well.
I don't think I've ever had such a crispy marshmallow. Oh, I have.
Well, in the Bahamas,
Oh.
there's so many sharks. They're not allowed to kill them. But they
Okay, cut
actually
that.
just- It's like the birds. They're familiar.
Getting messy.
They go to town.
just woke up and the boat is pointing the wrong way, of course. What's going on, Brian? Why is stern tying always such a in Denver?
Well, of course, last night it blew from the west, right?
Yeah.
And it wasn't very much. When I woke up, it was like 12 knots. We were holding pretty good, and then the night was really chill, it seemed, and I woke up this morning and sometime during the night had taken the anchor and pulled it up over the hill and then into the deep water. It was set, it just wasn't set where we wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Always an adventure.
Always an adventure.
Still screwing up cruising after how many years? If you're not screwing up, that means you're not trying anything cool.
We had barely left the boat over the last week or so after running north and riding out the hurricane. So we were ready to stretch our legs a bit and explore some of the beautiful surroundings here in Don Juan.
Mama,
Yes?
look.
Yeah, that's a footprint from a coyote. Yeah, there's quite a few coyotes around, so keeping a close eye on Sierra. She's gonna sit in the backpack. Look at this massive cacti. That's so high.
We gotta go way back. Look at that thing, it's like a building. Hold on, stand by. There we go.
3 stories tall, probably.
Whoa, Kaza, you look so tiny. Do you see Delos?
That's a cool view, huh?
Yeah, that's a beautiful view.
You see the boat, Sierra?
Do you see our house?
No? No, Daddy's head is in the way.
Sorry.
These ones are kind of crazy. Everything is so green right now too. I think because of the hurricane, it's like really kind of lush. It's beautiful out here.
Lower the baby! Got the baby, got her? Yep. That thing's heavy, huh? Yeah.
You used to carry her, Bill. You remember that?
It doesn't look that far.
Made it to the beach. You're so sweaty.
It's a little pack here with all of our shit and nuggeted in it.
I know.
Probably about 40 pounds. You ready, Nugs?
Run, run, run.
Run, 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 run! Whee! This is the stuff.
That was a refreshing dip.
Yeah, good to get a little exercise, go for a swim.
Somebody's passed out.
Really? For reals?
Yeah.
It was incredibly amazing to feel safe, settled, and back in the cruiser rhythm after all the chaos lately. And now that we were back to the closest thing we have to a routine, the time had finally come for me to tackle a beast of a boat project that we really couldn't put off any longer. Tell me how hot it is, Kaza.
It's really hot. It's like super hot.
It's 39 degrees in the boat, which is 102 degrees Fahrenheit. None of the AC units are working. And so my task first thing this morning is to troubleshoot it. And I noticed that there's an alarm code on the digital display. And it basically says that it's not getting enough water to cool the units properly. And so I have a suspect that there is a blockage in the system. I mean, I've never really cleaned it out properly. So there's a pump, it sucks water out of the ocean, it pushes it through each air-conditioned unit in series, and then when that water, salt water, flows through the unit, it sucks the heat out of the unit and then it gets pumped overboard. So basically, sort of like a refrigerator, except we're trying to make the boat a refrigerator and we're using the ocean water to remove the heat from inside the boat.
Yeah.
And that's the part that is, I think that water system that evacuates the heat is plugged.
How long do you think it will take?
Probably all day, because it's a boat project.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the forward unit. The water comes from the engine room, it goes to the back unit in our cabin, and then it goes to the one in the salon, and then it goes through this tube here. It goes through, this is the coil that the water flows through that sucks the heat away from the compressor.
and then it goes this way and then out the side of the boat. And so instead of it going right here and out the side of the boat, I'm gonna hook a tube in right here, run it up to the cockpit, make a loop, and then people recommend using something called Barnacle Buster, but you really can't get that here. And so I found something else that's very high. It's basically just phosphoric acid at a certain percentage, and so I found something else that the main ingredient is phosphoric acid. And so I'm just going to dilute that a little bit differently and then pump that through the loop for a couple hours. Okay, so this right here is the pump. So that's how it works. Seawater comes in there, it goes through this manifold into the pump, goes out of the pump through this tube, which then is what is forcing all the water through this system that cools all the AC units. So what I've got to do now is plumb up this pump into the loop I'm creating so that I can force the solution through to clean it. So the first place I'm going to start is the sea strainer. And then if you dig your hand in here, like I can actually feel some growth in here. Shells, mollusks, and stuff.
As expected, things escalated pretty quickly. Before I even got to the point of setting up the loop to flush everything out, every single hose and pipe that I looked at was absolutely blocked with barnacles. So I spent the first few hours sweating buckets and shredding my hands as I went to town with a screwdriver to try and clear things out a bit.
I'm about 3 hours in, and it's turned into a real boat project. I found a bunch of other stuff. While I'm in here, I might as well clean all those parts out, which means the whole saltwater system is now dismantled.
After getting as much as I could by hand and setting up the loop and the pump, I was ready to start flushing things out.
I think we're all ready for a test with just water first. There it goes, finally. Now I'm gonna run it's really phosphoric acid through there and let it sit in there for a couple minutes and see what chunks come out. And if you can see the white things floating on top, those used to be like those shells like that. And so every time I do this, a few more come out. So you can see some of them starting to come out now. And I think the flow is getting better. I think I need to do this for a few more hours at least.
As sometimes happens with boat projects, a few hour project stretched into 2 days of fussing around, cussing, cutting my hands on barnacles, and ripping my clothes on sharp hose clamps. But in the end, I finally had the flow to a reasonable level. It was not perfect, but for now, it would just have to do.
I have to say that was probably literally one of the toughest repairs I've had to do in a long time. I've got a few more things to finish up in the engine room, but at this moment, all 3 units are working. And I'm exhausted, but I'm pretty stoked about it.
Up next on Delos, we swap crews and have a wild end of season game day with our buddy boating friends.
Welcome to the grand finale of Adult Summer Camp! On your mark, get set, go!
Okay, this is a comment on YouTube from Xin Hua. Some of these vlog entries, and I think this is on an older video, like one of our first. Some of these vlog entries look like they were from a found footage horror movie, The Blair Witch Sea Project. I'm gonna die out of here. I don't know if anybody's seen The Blair Witch Project, but like
It's a scary movie.
Yeah, it's a scary movie, but it looks like somebody filmed it on a camcorder, or it's like a home movie, and
very shaky.
I mean, very shaky. And I mean, we just had like a very basic unstabilized camera that cost us a whopping $200 when we first started. And so a lot of those videos are like that, like the camera down here shooting right up your nose, and like I don't know, we're still a mess. We're still not that great. So this comment was actually from one of the first Pacific crossings to the Marquesas, and it was just sort of, I think they were more like something that you would show your aunt and uncle after you get back from a holiday. It wasn't like a great YouTube video, but it's good in its own way. It was just raw and it was natural.
And I do feel like it's cool to, sometimes we do look back on like the first videos that we did and it's kind of cringy.
It's super cringe.
Like,
I still cringe every day.
Yeah, and like the old intro and like how we didn't know anything about music rights. it's really cool to see though how it's evolved and
Yeah,
like
it's been a
how
huge
much we have
evolution.
learned about editing, about filming, about cameras, not having any degree in this, right? Like I studied landscape architecture, you studied
Electrical engineer.
yeah, so we just kind of watched a lot of YouTube videos about how to edit and about how to do things.
And we learned a lot from the people we sailed with.
Yes.
Like, especially Carol
Yeah.
and Jordan. They're
Yeah.
super talented.
And also, it's amazing to think how we've been able to do this is like through Patreon, right?
Yeah.
Like that we actually, that you
Support
actually
us,
like started that.
We'll be able to buy a better camera, or support us. We'll be able to buy a drone. And each
Yeah.
time we're able to meet a milestone on Patreon, then we're
Yeah.
able to up our game a little bit.
Yeah, and still are. Like
Yeah,
to
we're
be
still-
able to have like our patrons, you know, support us in that way, it's super special. So thank you to all
Yep.
our patrons out there. A huge shout out.
Yes.
We
thank
love you
We
all.
love you.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? I thought you were vlogging.
I thought you were gonna say something.
How did you know?
Idiot. The only sounds are wind and Sierra. A lot of mostly Sierra is the sounds. Did you find a rock, Mike? It's your rock? Mine. Whoa. Okay. Sierra's like a cartoon. Jeez.
So we have to bring this message to my brother lyrical straight from the crew. Out to the blue. I represent the voices of my ancestors calling. And I was getting old, and my culture is falling. Now we have a step up for the past 20 calling. That wasn't stuff, ain't nobody gonna stop us. People, everybody, would you listen to us for a start?